This is Jimmy.
Nuclear launch detected.
Right on.
Hey there, StarCraft fans! Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Door Remastered. Today on Knockout, it's going to be Effort and HBQ and a TVZ, a hot one sent to me by RJB, top left. It is Effort, top right, it is HBQ. TVZ for you today, HBQ, known for the weird opening where you skip out on anti-air other than missile turrets, and a rush to irradiate, which does work against high-level Zerg players, but you need to follow it up after that with some good play, and HBQ kind of struggles at doing that, right? I cast a game between him and a Zerg player last week, and yeah, so it didn't go very well for him after that early opening, but it did prevent the Mutalisks from killing him, right? I would not have thought that had worked, but HBQ here is a mad scientist, and he made it work, right? So new openings in 2026. HBQ showing us the way. Overlord's counting the wrong way, not his fault. We got an SCV saying, I'm not sure where the Zerg player is, but this should protect me from an early pool, and it does. This is knockout because there's a speed dip here preventing players from getting a little bit too aggressive here attacking your natural base, right? You have to go into low ground, and if there's a bunker here, if there are Marines here, you're on low ground and attacking them on the high ground and just blah. Not a good place to be as an attacker. And sometimes there is the reverse as well, right? If you are attacking and you can draw the players out here, then they're on low ground and the high ground is out here. So it's good for containing, good for defending. It's a weird map thing that the creator of Knockout tried to do, and I think it's successful. So Rax coming up, not a CC first here into mech, not here from HBQ. We've got a hatch first here from Effort though. At about 11 supply, checking for any sign of an SCV coming across the map for a bunker, but not yet. Not yet indeed. Pool coming down before the gas, just in case it is a bunker opening, because you go hatch first. And if you make gas, then you don't have enough minerals to make enough lings to defend against it, right? Not quit gas, but we do need gas eventually here, Effort. So both players fully blind what the other player is doing here, checking with a drone for proxies, right? Cross spawn here, because when you do proxies on a 4-player map, racks in the middle is the way to go, and there aren't any racks here. The drone says, I hope we're not missing any. Supply depot fully walling off, and pool's not done, so you don't need it here, but just in case, right? Still, it's like, all right, so I know that they're on the map somewhere because I saw a worker of theirs. And any sign of Terran here, not walling off? No, very good, just checking to make sure. You're going to make sure you're not going to trick me by just, you know, keeping everything close to home here and saying, the drone didn't see anything here or here, so there's no Terran, and then turning around before actually fully scouting and seeing no sign of Terran here. But yeah, expanding. We've got ourselves no gas here from the purple Terran player HBQ, and there we go. Gas being saturated now by Effort. And with the first 100 gas, it's going to be into a lair. Very standard opening here from Effort. And ka-chow, there it is. Lair on the way. We've got a drone doing nothing, just staring off into the distance. There we go. And finally, the SCV finds him, scouting the wrong direction, but sees the hatch first timing, sees the lings. The Marines are going to move out, but no, I don't think we need to move out quite yet here, but maybe we can protect this SCV, right? No speed on these lings. Speed is on the way after the 100 gas for the lair. Second 100 gas into the speed, and there it is, protecting Steve the SCV. Merch at FalconPaladin.store with Steve's face on it, as well as Terry's, who's like, okay, so now I know we're not going to run into Marines because they're here. Excellent stuff there for Terry. Steve the SCV says, have you made a sunken yet? The answer is no, you haven't, but you made quite a few. Lings! Lings running past into the main base with a full scout here and maybe an SCV kill. No. You do have an engineering bay, though, and an academy, so it's going to be a +1 attack. Started right about now, lining it up. Yes, +1 attack. Lings inside the base does not mean you can get stalled out and forget about that +1 attack. SCV down. There we go. SCV down. One Ling has been killed, but one of these Lings does have a kill himself, and yes, he does. Zeke the Zergling getting a lot of damage here. One SCV killed for the cost of 3 Lings that scouted. Is an excellent opening here from Effort. So we got Marines. Very, very good. And let's see here. What else are we doing? Good +1 attack. Academy. So we're going to make turrets. Holy Ling Flood Batman. Dude, look at this. Making so many Zerglings. HBQ, no. Ah, all the Marines or dead SCVs are trying to protect. We have a medic trying to keep these SCVs alive, but can she? Finally, the Marines inside the main base show up. Repair the supply depot. No, not in time. Supply depot sniped, but Ling's not getting inside the natural base here. But look at this. SCVs body block them like crazy. Sacrificing themselves, Ling's dying in exchange for SCV deaths here, and ooh, we have a calm now inside the natural base for HBQ. But check this out, man. We've got 16 drones. We've got a Spire on the way. We have a third hat, so 3-hatch Mutalisk. And was that a cancel? Or was it a burn? No, that was a cancel. Why? I don't know. We're making another Rax here, so it is not going to be HBQ's opening, as we know. But still, it's going to be SK Terran, +1 attack on the Mutas. Production is for Mutalisks right now, and we need to produce missile turrets inside this natural base. Unless you want all of these SCVs to be killed. There's only 6 of them, but still, losing 6 SCVs at 6 minutes is not something you want to do. So, 7. I like it a lot. 7 Lings. I don't know if we got enough damage from this group of Lings, but the first 3 Lings that got inside the main base did pay for themselves. And any sign of a third base as well. Usually when Mutas come across the map here, there's going to be a third base, there's going to be a Queen's Nest, just keeping the Terran inside their base with the Mutas and getting map control and then expanding behind it. But I don't know, man. This has been an aggressive opening here from Effort. Yeah, +1 attack. We got Overlords. Everything's super rad that way. We've got a bunker here too. Muy excelente. And yeah, Mutas. No sign of a Hydra Den. We did scan. We didn't see a Hydra Den. We only saw Mutas. We're not trying to trick the Terran player into thinking it's going to be a Lurker push. But yeah, we already saw the Mutalisks. It's not going to be a tech switch at all here into Lurkers, at least not early, but could throw down a Hydra Den whenever he wants. But check this out, man. No third base at 7 minutes. None. Scanning again, saying, are you seriously? Just on 2 bases, man. This is going to be Effort trying to kill HBQ with Mutas, dude. And finally, a drone coming down the left side. Production tab says, finally, there we go, Hydra Den 2. Okay, so it's not going to be Crazy Zerg. It is simply going to be Mutas with a little bit of a later Hydra attack and a little bit of a later third base as well. But yeah, that's because of how many Lings we made in the early game, right? That was a lot of Lings. It did prevent the tech from getting as fast as it usually does. And yeah, look at the stack. Look at the stack Effort. Again, an elite Zerg player. HBQ says, get out of here. Get out of here. Third base, not even here at 8 minutes, dude. No Queen's Nest either. Man, those early Lings. That was a concerted attempt to kill HBQ, but it failed, and now I think HBQ is ahead. The tech is super delayed. Here from Effort, a Lurker aspect on the way at 8 minutes. Still no sign of a third base. This drone's like, do I want to make a third base? I don't know. Okay, yes, I do. At 8 minutes and 20 seconds. Scanning again, saying, okay, no sign of a Queen's Nest at all. No sign of anything. No tech whatsoever. So we're just playing straight SK Terran, man. It's going to be Marines, Medics. It's going to be Science Vessels. It's going to be that Irradiates as well. Oh, yeah. There's the Queen's Nest out in front. Nope. Back here. Very good. Fair enough. It's not going to be a mech. Not going to be a mech opening. Maybe a mech transition at some point, but not now. Look at this. Got a science facility. There we go. Double control tower at 8:54. And timings are important, you guys. Like, watch pro replays. Look what the timings in their builds. Try to mimic them as much as you can, and you will succeed in the latter. Ah, nothing in that bunker? Dude. Uh-oh, turrets protecting the production here. They're going to get burned down. +1 attack is done on these Mutalisks. SCV is getting sniped like crazy. And did we lose a Mutalisk there? I don't think we did. I didn't hear a Muta die. Doesn't mean there wasn't one, but yo. Evolution Chamber coming in. Hive is now on the way. Third base is finally done here at 9:45, but it is late. Looks like we're protecting a potential third base here. Marax into production, no sign of mech at all. Scanning again, seeing the Hive time, seeing the Evolution Chamber, saying, okay, it is going to be Hive Tech. It's not going to be Lings and Mutas, not going to be Lurkers, and that's it. We are going into Hive Tech. No real surprise in the modern TVZ, but again, in non-long macro games, sometimes the Hive doesn't show up, right? It's just going to be Lurkers trying to be a Lurker bust here, as you saw in ASL 21. ASL Finals in that was Soma versus Flash. Soma lost a game where he tried to get a Lurker bust against Flash. Flash scouted it, was prepared for it, shut it down, and then won the game. But we got Lurkers here into the natural base, burrowing Science Vessel, permanent detection, bunker down Lurkers. I don't know if there are enough Marines to handle this, even with the detection available. Do we have Irradiate is the question. Do we have energy for Irradiate? The answer is no to that one. And Lurkers burrowing up. There's a scan there. Irradiate right before death. And Bunker does get busted. Can we kill these Lurkers with 5 kills and 2 kills apiece? Maybe. Quick, dance around it, spread around it. Yes, 4-kill Lurker does go down. Irradiate on that Science Vessel right before it died. But a good Irradiate nevertheless, killing a couple of those Mutas. Good hold there by HBQ. Defiler Mound in production. We've got ourselves a Nidus Canal. And now we have everything we need to get locked up tight against an SK Terran. As always, Dark Swarm, Lurkers, Sunkens, all that stuff. Adrenal, Niduses to protect each of these bases. And now the Terran has to get into a much better position here, involving things, like drop chips, probably, or a lot of Science Vessels for a ton of Irradiates. Right, he's obviously making Science Vessels production tab. You know, he can make drop ships whenever he wants. That's the trick of Terran, is that he's already got, well, the SK Terran, he already has the starports. He just stops making Science Vessels and he's good to go. He can make drop ships now. Command Center on the way. One Lurker getting not as target fired as you'd want it to. Oh, that Lurker damage, man, is good. Consume is on the way. Just buying time so the Marines can't come across the map and do anything. They can't. They're on the defensive more than anything else. It's a handful of Marines here from HBQ. The damage has been huge, but he's got more Marines coming out. He's got a lot of racks, 2, 4, and 5 of them, with a 6th coming up. Actually already done. Further upgrades on the engineering bay, +2 attack. And here comes the attack, but I mean, there's Lurkers here. I guess Consume's not quite done yet. And park it on top of the Lurker a little bit. Did he get it? Oh, he's able to get it anyway. Nice targeting on that Irradiate. That's huge here from HBQ. I like that his name is BHB Zealot. It's like, you're not. You're a Terran player, silly. D-Matrix Marina leading the charge into the natural base. Trying to take down the Sunken. The Lings are dying. They are Adrenal Lings, but they don't have the greatest of upgrades. Scourge not connecting. Lurker dead. More Lurkers burrowing in on the defense here. Consume is not quite done yet. HBQ busting through. No, Scourge do take down a Science Vessel. A little bit sloppy there from HBQ, but everything is dead inside this space except for a handful of Lings. He wants the Nidus to die. He does get it. Finally, Dark Swarm pops up. Where are the Firebats? He's just trying to right-click on the hatchery before he dies to everything inside this Dark Swarm, and it doesn't matter. He does get the hatchery. Incredible play there from HBQ. Hatchery down. That's wildly damaging for effort. It's killing the third base. It's killing the natural base, right? It's pretty much the same thing here. This is a huge source of income for effort. He's replanting the hatch immediately. He knows what that means. What an incredible attack from HBQ. Is landing a third base behind it. Plague is on the way. Dark Swarm does not protect buildings. Dark Swarm is really good if you're just dealing with protecting stuff like Lurkers, but if you're trying to protect buildings, you can't do it. The Marines stood in there. Their friends died. They took down the hatch. That was their mission. Where are the Firebats, though, is the question, man. Production tab says, we can 4 of them at a time, Falcon. Don't you worry about it. HBQ knows what's up. And he does. Are there any Lurkers in here? No. No Lurkers here at all, but a nice Dark Swarm is available. At least that Defiler, there you go, gets one up before he dies from the Arradieta. Which not really, this is how you say that in Spanish. But anyway, third base rockin'. Third base for the Zerg rockin'. Consume through the Nidus we go. Fourth base coming up there too. And no Firebats means Dark Swarm. But look again. If you put the Dark Swarm in a position, then the high ground doesn't really come into play. Another Science Vessel dies to Scourge. Yeah, that is the difference between Flash and a lot of other Terran players, is that the Scourge cannot get connections on Flash's Science Vessels very well. He's capable of microing all of these Marines and all of these Science Vessels perfectly, targeting the Scourge too. No, loses another Science Vessel there. That is not something that HBQ is as good at doing, but nobody is. I'm not sure there's another Terran player in the world. Huge Plague. All right, that hurts a lot. Metasynaptic Node coming in from the Zerg player 2. Irradiate up. Firebats ready to get in there. Stimming. They arrive, and voosh, voosh, voosh. Another huge plague on the Marines on the backside. Dematrixing the Firebats, fighting inside the Darkstorm. Cracklings trying to kill him. Another plague happens. Sunken does not hurt them in there, but the Cracklings do. Firebat is very much in danger, but holding. He got 4 kills. He leaves the Darkstorm, and he doesn't die. The Sunken can't hit him there. Another base from HBQ down the right side. Holy crap. All right, we've got dropships. He knows what he needs here. 2 Marines versus 4th hatch. I mean, given enough time, you can definitely take that sucker out, but good golly. I don't know. Ow, 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 ow. All right, well, 1 kill for a Marine is acceptable, I guess. Didn't pay for itself technically if it was just a ling, but still better than 0. Here we go. No, okay, there are lurkers here, but the lurker egg on top, that lurker spine. Oh, the stacked lurkers, but there's not an overlord there. Irradiate immediately consuming drones out of desperation. Another Darkstorm pops up from an irradiated Defiler, and effort barely holds it here. D-Matrix Firebats joining the party, though. And there's a huge number of them there. They're actually falling back a little bit. I don't know if you want to be doing that one. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. D-Matrix Firebat, 5 kills on that guy. Yep, more lurkers inside the Dark Swarm. Firebat, so they want to get in there. Honestly, Mass Firebat might be kind of awesome here. Like, investing nothing into Marines at all and just making Firebats would be pretty cool, but the Plagues are good. Turn around and fight, maybe? Yeah, the Lings unsupported don't want anything to do with these Firebats. Sir, they've got a +2/+2. Working on +3/+3? No, definitely not. Where are we at with upgrades? Hydras, 2-0. Lings, 2-0. No attack upgrades for the Hydras or for the Lings. We got the Muta upgrade. What else do you want from us? Says the Zerg player. Effort. And this is the problem with making just Firebat, is that the Sunkens are pretty good against them. It takes a while for a Firebat to kill a Sunken, but hang on, we have enough Firebats. Oh, the plague on the red Firebats. So hard to see. Oh, everybody just gets annihilated. These guys have low enough HP as it is. Plaguing them is just mean. It is just the meanest of things to do, sir. Ugh, Filer gets irradiated. Great job. Drop inside the main. Getting some work done, though. Some drones died. Some got evac'd in. 3 Hydras are freak. Target something. Defiler Mound would be a good thing to target. Why are we trying to kill the Hive? Spire, good. Defiler Mound, also good. Spawning Pool, good. Hive, not a good target. Ugh, why do Terrans always spread their focus like this? He could have killed the Defiler Mound for the amount of damage that he did to the Hive, and he doesn't even kill the Hive, and he doesn't touch the Defiler Mound. The Spire died. Yes, the Spawning Pool died. Yes, good. Good targets there. Got to replace the Spire. Need that for Scourge. Need the Spawning Pool as well, as Lings are still important into late game against SK Terran. Not as important against Mech, really, but this is not Mech. And wow, just walking into the 4th base like we own the joint, I guess. HBQ, bottom right. Okay, Nidus Snipe. There's still a Nidus up here, though. So got to come to the ramp, though, which is, I don't know. High ground is good, but coming through that narrow choke is not great. But the Plague, everybody, it's all good. It's a lot of drones dead up here at the 4th base. It's 45 drones to 57 SCVs. The Terran has almost entirely been on the offensive since that early Ling attack. This one here, they got shut down so much. Are we going for a mech transition? No, just producing a lot off of those barracks. Thank you very much. Stimming, and another hatch down. 2 hatches killed in the first 18 minutes. Okay, I'm starting to believe her from HBQ. I was going to say, I don't know, Everett's probably the better player here. He's probably higher ranked, has a better resume and all that fun stuff. But the fun thing about StarCraft is you don't know. You don't know who's going to win based on the resume. That's not how StarCraft works at all. You just got to play it out. And guess what? Even the player with the lower ranking can pull it off sometimes. Lurker, 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 and we get out. But that's good enough, man. 3 basing Terran, or Zerg versus a 5 basing Terran. Okay. All right. He says 155 to 87 supply. Oh, Plague. No! Plague Science Vessel's just so easily killed by Hydras. With that range upgrade especially, there's a reason to keep some Hydras around against SK Terran. Or even try to go just a lot of Hydras, right? Hydra meta, not a bad maneuver. But I think at this point, just keep macroing. Maybe get some more drops out here. Expand again. I don't think he even really needs to. 65 SCVs on effectively 4 mining bases versus a Zerg who is mining on 3 bases with 48 drones. He's trying to replace the 4th base, but who knows how long that's going to take. Actually, somebody does immediately. It's not that long, but it's going to be a while. And in a game like this, a while is death. Going for Science Vessel Energy. Obviously, already got Metasynaptic Node for the Defilers, which is kind of weird, right? Because their energy isn't really predicated on waiting for it. They just consume. Well, I guess there's less overconsumption of overconsumption of drone for energy that they can't use because they're already at 200 energy that way. Dunno. Science Vessel staying alive is a huge component of this matchup. We know it. I've been saying it for years. It's been true for a very long time. Dropships, yes. Oh, D-Physics Lab and cancel it? HBQ, you monster. Do not go battle the cruisers here. I mean, look, you're ahead enough. I kind of feel like it might work out for you. But I'm just not a big fan of it in general here. Irradiating Hydras, you burrow them, they die underground. Irradiating Lurkers, they're already burrowed, they die underground. Plague again. And then cracklings all over your dudes here. Still no attack upgrades for the Hydras, but I guess when you're just trying to snipe Plague stuff, it doesn't really matter how much damage you're doing, does it? Lings don't even have an attack upgrade here. Effort has not had the resources to get attack upgrades. He's really just focusing on armor. He's going to get a +3 armor, finally working on a missile attack upgrade, level 1 here at 21 minutes, but that's not good. What is this? He thought about dropping inside the main base. He aborts that mission, sneaks down towards the middle. Man, more fire bats inside those dark swarms, and also the more Hydras there are, the more you really got to start making tanks, HBQ. This was a problem that he had in a game that I posted last week, it was a Hydra meta. Behold, the Hydra meta, and he wouldn't make tanks for a long time. It took him a while to recognize what was happening. It's 17 Hydras in production. You think it's Hydra meta? I certainly do. Okay, one drop ship does get wiped out. The unload and the Nidus, though. Oh, man. Even without the upgrades, even with the better upgrades of the Marines here with a 3-3, that was a bad unload. That was as fail an unload as you're going to get. So HBQ's kind of trying to lose this game right now. That was not a good drop at all. Effort is turtling up. Okay, Science Vessel dies for maybe 1 irradiate. Not great. Yeah, Hydras here on the low ground. Gonna do much worse because your shots are missing. This is what I'm talking about. This little divot. This little speed divot. Speed dip. Traffic calming speed dips is what they call it in my state in Utah. Expand, I mean, at this point, expand again. 2,000 minerals in the bank, sir. Might as well do it. You can't spend all these minerals unless you're making nothing but Marines. You only have about 15 available supply anyway. That's not a lot of Marines before you are capped, so might as well expand. Here and here. I think Flash would have expanded here and here already, and then just out-macroed the Zerg player to death. Irradiate, irradiate, run. Okay, look, killing some Hydras here. Okay, mostly just the ones that got irradiated, but these guys are pretty injured. Nevertheless, that's going to be nice, unless he lurkers them, in which case they get their HP back for a cost. Dropships out again. Making sure this base doesn't exist. Zerg is trying to expand to the minerals-only base, but that does not help him as much. He needs the gas. He doesn't have a lot of gas. Neither does HBQ, dropping into the backside. Oh, the drone massacre is real here at the 4th base. The 3rd base is a lot more defended. Once again, an unload into this base seems ill-fated. But I don't know. Maybe you target some of these drones. Maybe you don't try to fight the Hydras as much. He boxer maneuvers the drones in the middle of the chaos. The massacre is so real. Wow. Wow, it's 23 drones from effort. Oh, everybody is plagued, though. Oh, no. He is expanding here. Good man. Expand their HBQ. Nope. Plague. No, do not fight these Hydras. You are plagued. I know they only have +1 attack, but +2 attack. My apologies. +2 attack is now done on those guys. That means the Lings aren't getting upgrades. They're getting a +1 now. The man, 0 attack, +3 armor. Cracklings is a weird thing to see, but it's more often popular in against the Terran. Blah, medic snipe, medic snipe. Blah, 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 blah. Medics have healed up a little bit. That's a lot of Hydras, but where are the tanks? Hey, there's a couple tanks. Yay! He made some tanks. He got siege mode. He knows what we're dealing with now. High ground siege tanks. Hydras roll in. Ow. Ow, 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 ow. Okay, free Hydras are free. I don't know what that even was. Was that a move command? Engineering bay dies. Don't need that anymore. Upgrades are done. Thank you. 3-3. And we don't need more than one to build turrets anyway, so we're good. No more need. And finally, more tanks coming in. Effort's in trouble. 173 to 114 supply. I mean, tell me something that I didn't already know, Falcon, says the audience listening and watching right now. I'm not sure if Effort wants to take this 12 o'clock base. It feels like something that he probably is interested in doing. This base, this one Marine's like, guys, I don't see any sign of Zerg anywhere. Can I come home? No. No, you must stay there, soldier. Keep an eye on this base forever. And if you die, radio in and tell us what's happening first. Ah, no, this base is in so much trouble. Okay, Effort cannot win this game. It is not allowed. Nice. Triple Defiler irradiates pretty hot. Man Center dies, sure, but HBQ can afford it. Just hide. Hydra's chasing the science vessels across the map like they like to do. Leaping little lizards here. 177 to 118 supply. And yeah, I think this came down to the hold, right? The hold. There were a lot of speedlings made by Effort. They were supposed to get inside the natural base and at least shut that base down or maybe win the game. They didn't do either of those things. And Effort's been on the back foot ever since. His tech was late. His third base was late. HBQ has had the tempo. He has had the base expansions. He has killed the hatcheries. This base has died. This base has died. Those things, even if they are replaced, they slow down the Zerg player immensely. They hate it when their bases die. That is their production. That is their money when a hatchery dies. Killing hatcheries is how you win. I know you know that, but still, 195 to 123 supply. Irradiate. Yeah, Dark Swarm out in the middle of the map, I guess. That's not going to work out particularly well. Nice Plague. Hydra is sneaking around the south side. We've got... Yeah, Hydra. No, we're done. We're done. There's not enough Zerg here anywhere on the map to win this. Yeah, maxed out Terran army. Way more resources than the Zerg player has. Effort has tried, but there's no way to come back from here, man. I mean, I know I've called games wrong in the past, but I'm looking at it. Looking at the numbers, looking at the composition, looking at the number of siege tanks with +1 attack, +2's on the way, plus an armor upgrade. And you have to worry about the Marines everywhere, too. Finally expanding over here. Marine gave his life for that. And, okay, if you leave your tanks alone, then sure. Free kills are free kills. These guys sneaking around the bottom side, trying to get into this base without any fire bats. He boxer maneuvers these drones. Boxer maneuvering the Lings, honestly, might not be that bad of an idea. Oh, the drones just keep getting murdered by science vessels today. It's really good play out of HBQ. Okay, the irradiate, it works inside the Dark Swarm. Do it again. But this time, oh my gosh, the science vessels are getting picked off by just a bunch of Hydras with +2 attack. It's not even that many. It's like 2 or 3 of them. Drop inside the main base simultaneously, though. They want to take down this evolution chamber. Was it working on an upgrade? Maybe a night. Nice Dark Swarm. Spawning pool dying for the second time today. Nope, we're attacking stuff inside the Dark Swarm. Get out of there. Get out of there. It doesn't want to... Okay. The second evolution chamber. Not upgrading. You can't really tell from his perspective. I get it. Attack down this way. Where's the Dark Swarm? Effort, he's losing it. He's trying to defend his main base at the same time as defending his fourth base, and he can't do both at the same time with the amount of stuff that he has, and I think HBQ has broken through. HBQ, I think, has done it. This group... Hang on a second. They were going to get cleared out. Oh, they are now with 1 burrow spine. Oh, he gets the high with the last 2 Marines, but it doesn't matter. And GG, Effort taps out. HBQ is our winner in 29 minutes and 21 seconds. That's a GG from Effort, and yep, just way too much stuff. Effort had the right stuff to handle this, right? Had the answer, had the Defilers, had the Lurkers, had the Cracklings and the Scourge and whatnot, and the Hydras especially, but nope. When the Terran has this much stuff, even if you have the answer, well, that's a nice attack here, but again, not enough. Even if you have the answer from the Zerg perspective, if you're just getting out macroed like this, it's going to be an outspend today by the Terran, which is the easiest kind of win you're ever going to get in your entire life, is you outspend the Zerg player. You do that, and you go, uh-huh? I think we're going to be okay. I mean, you could definitely fall apart, right? We've seen it. We've seen great answers from Zerg players in that position behind, but some really good plagues, really nice Dark Swarms, really nice aggression like this, but earlier maybe, and on more locations than just 1 or 2 bases. Yeah, tanks were added in to make the Hydras a little bit less viable, and then the drop inside the main base, well, the push at the 4th base was brilliant here too. So nicely done by HBQ. Love to see the win. After the loss he suffered last week especially. I mean, not like, these weren't played chronologically exactly, but you know what I'm talking about. All right, GG, end of the day, 227,000 points here from HBQ, 209 from Bam. From Effort. We've got an outproduction by the Zerg, an outkill by the Terran. Structures raised here, out constructing, out raising, which is impressive in a TVZ that's 30 minutes. And there's what I was talking about, the outspend. 61,000 to 59,000. I don't care how small that outspend is as a Terran. If you outspent the Zerg player, guess what? You won. You won. Zerg players can can lose easily, only outspending the Terran player by 2 to 3 to 4 to 5,000 resources. If you outspend them, that means you way overcompensated and got the win. So good job by HBQ. Played it straight, and I love that he went for the physics lab and then he canceled it. And then he was like, no battle cruisers. And it worked. It worked for him. He walked up to the battle cruiser line, peered into the darkness, and then said, no. And that's a GG. That was awesome. Great game from HBQ. Excellent stuff for your Monday. GG Effort. Better luck next time. We've seen him play better. And he just went for the early risk, and it didn't pay off. So that's going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, Twitch, Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Sky, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.